She asked me about some ladies at my church. I said, they don't want you.
No, she didn't. Don't do that. She don't even go like that. I wish. No, we gotta bring this camera down a little bit.
Kevin, no.
Oh my God.
It's gonna show this, and I don't want my stomach and stuff showing.
Suck it in, like,
I can't suck it in for a whole hour, bitch. Are you crazy?
God. You're not gonna be no hour. I tell you that. Cause I ain't want to get no. I ain't want to touch you with this cold. What's going on, YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with a new video.
Can I just say something real quick before you finish that?
Go ahead.
Because you said touching. I don't like all that hand stuff that we doing at church now. Because my pastor keep grabbing neighbor, and I'll be sitting there and then
somebody grab you,
and they grab my hand, and I don't like that. And I don't want to come off as being rude, but I don't like that. And I just feel like, not even because of the coronavirus, because I really don't give two shits about that, but in general, I don't like to be grabbing and holding on to nobody's hand for a long period of time, because then hands start to sweat. And I don't like that. Now, yesterday I held on to someone's hand, and the lady had sanitizer or whatever, because she said, you know, my hand's going to start sweating. I said, okay. And she said, but I got sanitizer. But other than that, I don't like that. And I feel like my pastor, two times out of the service, grabbed your neighbor's hand. I don't want to grab nobody's fucking hand. That's why I sit by myself in church. But then somebody always comes over to me. Go ahead, I'll check.
Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say, but I was going to say the Catholic Church. Yeah. Yeah, no, I hope you had a good weekend.
Oh, the Catholic Church.
Yeah. We shake hands and then we sing.
Ave Maria.
No. The Lord's Prayer, where everybody holding hands and up and down, and then let go. But I haven't been, I haven't been in.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of just the hand holding thing, and I'm not a big fan of turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor. No,
I hate that.
They heard you. Yeah. They heard you, because I heard you.
Yeah, I do hate that when they do that. Turn to your neighbor and say, I am going to do this, and I'm successful, and I'm going to do. Like, come on, chill. You know. If you guys have not listened to our podcast from this past weekend, please make sure you go download our podcast on Spotify and on iTunes, or you can listen via the website, thescorpionshow.podbean.com. If you're, at your computer desk, you can listen to us while you're at work instead of listening to us through your phone, draining battery. They sell it next door. Now, let me tell you something. They tried it with the disinfectant. No. They trying to sell Lysol for $6.
Of course they are.
When has Lysol ever been $6?
Next door they are?
Yes.
That's because they're trying to hike the prices because they know it's...
Right.
And Whoopi Goldberg said something about that the other day on The View about people trying to hike the prices with sanitizer stuff.
Yeah.
I was at the Walgreens across the street from my job last week, and one of the security guards had to get on his hands and knees to grab the last bottle of alcohol all the way at the bottom in the back thing. They said that the alcohol was one of the things that was selling out. I'm like, oh my God, like people are going crazy. It takes a virus for people to wash their hands, for people to use sanitizer, for people to use alcohol.
No, but it's just real crazy. Like,
but it ain't even that crazy. You know why it's not that crazy, especially in the United States? You want to know why? Two things. First of all, not a black person has been hit with that. That's one. And two, out of 300 million people in the United States, only 500 people have been tested for coronavirus.
Yeah, they need to get all the tests.
That's a lot.
But it could be a lot of people that have it and don't even know because they're not being tested. But we need to stop talking about it for YouTube.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Yeah, because they flagged my video last week.
Sorry. Well, when you edit, can't you?
I'm not going to take it out.
No, I was about to say not take it out, but can't you bleep when we say the word?
No, because I'm not going to put it in the title. Okay. But it's just ridiculous that it's alright. But it's just ridiculous that all of this is going on right now. And I hope more people get tested. The more people get tested, the more we'll know how many people actually have it here. But I don't think that's what the president wants to do.
Yeah.
And he don't know what he's doing anyway. He's getting on my goddamn nerve. But if you have not listened to the podcast, please listen to it. I'm not feeling well today. So I'm glad Mikkel didn't leave because he was trying to leave because I'm not feeling well. But I want to talk about last night's episode of the Real Housewives of Atlanta because remember when all of this went on with Kenya and her husband like 6 months ago? I was just like, I don't feel sorry for Kenya. I really don't. Like, because she tried to take down so many marriages or talked about so many people in their marriages. And, you know, was calling Apollo when Phaedra and Apollo was together. Like, Kenya, you were doing so much. And, yes, we all see that Marc is an asshole. We seen what happened last week. And Kenya went on to explain what happened. Saying that it got so bad, he got kicked out the Uber. The way Cynthia and Kandi was talking, like, bitch, she done told us some stuff. Like, I would have been left. I wouldn't have. Like, I'm like, oh shit, but what the hell did Marc say to her? And then Kandi like, oh no, he never hit me.
But that was alluding. It seemed like it was alluding to that, because I'm thinking like, okay, y'all arguing is getting real nasty, but I mean, the way that Kandi and Cynthia was putting it is if he was putting his hands on her. And I'm just like, wait a minute now.
Or getting there.
Yeah.
I just, oh my God, I didn't feel sorry for her.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
I'm trying not to sneeze. I just don't feel.
Find something to sneeze in. Bless you.
Thanks. I don't feel sorry for her. Let me turn my phone on. I wouldn't want nobody to beat on her and spit on her and all of that stuff.
Put some sanitizer in your hand.
Yeah. I didn't want none of that be going on with her, but, you know, it's just tough to feel sorry for her. And then we seen what happened with Kenya and Tanya,
yeah.
and you bringing that woman to the thing, like, bitch, like, you really set your own self up for everything.
What did he say in the beginning when they was at the airport? This is a wake up call. Wake up.
Yes,
that's right. I don't feel sorry for Kenya. You know, I feel sorry that this is, you know, because no person should go through this, none.
Right.
But when you have Kenya's history,
right,
and then like Nene said, you should have thought about that before you brought that woman to Tanya.
Right.
You don't do that. Karma is real, and her name is bitch.
Yes.
Karma is a bitch.
Yes.
And Kenya got what was coming to her. Nobody and it's so sad because you don't even see Tanya throwing it in her face.
No.
You know what I mean?
Shouldn't.
No. She shouldn't, but she could.
Yeah. She could.
Because of what she did to Tanya.
Right.
But Tanya's not that type of person.
Yeah, and you know what was irking me throughout this whole episode? I feel like I need to turn this. Kandi and Kandi was getting on my fucking nerve, wanting everybody to baby Kenya. And Kandi, you for one, because you don't never let shit go. Okay? Look at what you did with your escape sisters. Now all of a sudden, okay, then she hold that grudge for 20 years.
Yeah.
And then she want to act like, oh, everybody be nice to Kenya. Don't talk about it. Don't bring it
and
up.
when did they become so close?
Right. I just don't get it. Kandi was getting on my fucking nerve. Kandi, you got on my last nerve last night. And Cynthia, you the one that been through a divorce. Why didn't you sit down and talk to Kenya? Why didn't Nene have to be the one to sit there and talk to Kenya about what happened in their marriage? First of all, Kenya and Nene not even cool no more. They just was fighting in Canada. Now they y'all all the way in Greece, and now Nene and Kenya is supposed to make up, even though Nene was still being a sport by saying, you know what, I'll talk to her. I don't have nothing against her. Nene is just there working, you know, and you know that's our co-worker, and she wanted help. Yes, Nene been through a divorce, and she remarried the same man. Like, it was crazy at that time. But I actually felt sorry for Nene. I didn't feel sorry for Kenya. I don't like how she's being treated. But no, it's tough to feel like, oh my God, like, damn, she didn't deserve that. Because she is the first one to, first of all, she even tried to ruin Cynthia's marriage proposal. Come on. How are we supposed to all just sit there and feel sorry for her?
You're right.
You know, I don't feel nothing. I'm just watching. I'm just sitting here watching all of this shit unfold.
Just like this.
Yes, yes. And Marlo is really trying to be messy. Oh, yeah. And I love it.
And I love it. When she said, let's just try, when Kandi said, let's just try, Marlo said, oh no, I can't try to do that. I said, I know that's right. Marlo and Nene were the perfect team at that moment standing at that airport because they both said everything I wanted to say. When Kandi said, let's just try to be nice, Marc said, oh no, I can't try to do that. No, we're talking about Kenya more.
Yes.
I can't try.
And she always pushing buttons.
And she pushes buttons.
Yes. And I want to know what happened. Yes. And it was nice the whole day because they didn't say nothing. You know, Candy's mom, Candy's mom, Portia's mom, she ain't say nothing. You know, everybody's there. You know, they got the kids. And, you know, now, you know, the elephant is going to come out somewhere.
That's right.
And Nene had to be the one to bring it up. And then, Kenya, you want to say thank you to everybody and leave Nene out?
Right. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you doing? And you still look dumb and bitter, and you got the nerve to be trying to throw shade at Nene, and Nene could be saying so many mean stuff about your marriage. You know?
She said, Cynthia said, yeah, because I want y'all to fellowship. She said, nope, I'm going. I said, she tried it. Nope, I'm going.
Yeah, I got to make sure my baby's okay.
Yeah. They said, no, the baby's all right. No, I'm sleepy. Well, you know, that's me. Kenya at that moment was me. Yeah. Oh, I need y'all to talk. No, you don't. I'm leaving. Bye.
Yeah, I think it's the fact that Kenya don't want to talk to Nene because Nene's marriage is fine. And it's intact, and
well, she claims that she's still upset with her about the comments that she made when she was pregnant, when she called her a buffalo and all that stuff, and basically, you know.
I thought Nene said that about.
No, remember she said that about Kenya when Kenya showed up at Cynthia's event, and she.
Oh, right. But she also talked about Portia and she had her baby. Nene talked about everybody, child. You know, but
that was one of the things that she was that she was upset with Marc about. Why are you talking to her when she said this about your baby? Because then she tried to make it seem like, you know, it was about the baby. Oh, she called your baby a buffalo. And this,
no, she called you a buffalo.
No, she called you a buffalo.
She called you a buffalo.
Or maybe she said it looks like she's carrying a buffalo. Something like that.
Oh,
yeah, it was
I hope she didn't
say
that. I hope she didn't. You know.
She said, fuck Kenya. Fuck Kenya and her bad skin.
I think Kenya's skin has gotten better over the years.
But it is.
Yeah, she did. Bad. You know, but
she's still a beautiful woman.
Yes, she's always been beautiful, but she is a B-I-T-C-H, or as Mama D said, B-I-C-T-H. Okay, that's how she just like. Oh, it's just so nasty that she treats people that way. And now you want everybody to roll the red carpet out for you and make sure you're okay and feel sorry for you. No.
Not at all.
And you know what? I'm tired of them. Every time they go somewhere, they always don't have the right size room, or they call one of the rooms a jail with the window at the top. Bravo, y'all make too much money to not give them a nice mansion where everybody has the same size room. It shouldn't matter. Like, why should they have to share a villa or a room? Like, that's corny, and that's I don't want to share no room with y'all.
Right, but you know what? Portia said it right. Like, what happened to the day when you just go in there and you lay on the bed, whichever room? Why would I do all these stupid games to figure out who's going to be? Now, I do agree that the person who's hosting it should have the best room because they're hosting it. But other than that, you know, every room, in my opinion, other than the host room, should all look the same. You know what I mean? Like, come on. But then this is what it is when you're staying in a villa. Yeah. Not all the rooms are going to be the same.
They're not going to be the same, but damn, everybody should at least have a room. This is too many Sam's.
You know what though? As they were doing the rooms, I don't think I would have been too upset about me personally, because I'm just like, well, listen, I'm just happy I'm there and I got a nice bed and I got a room to myself, so I'm not really. But what I didn't like, I didn't like to see them cats, because you know I'm not a fan of cats.
Yeah,
so when I saw them cats, I was just like, the fuck. These like stray cats walking through somebody's backyard. And then they was just lingering.
Why did they pick that if the cats could just walk up and try to jump on your plate and
I don't like that.
Yeah, I ain't like that neither. But I did find it funny when Portia was talking about Dennis and the cats and pussy being everywhere.
Well, she knew her man. Well, her man probably definitely had a good time while her mom and the baby was out of the country.
Oh, but he want to do him.
Oh, we know that. Yeah, that therapy ain't.
Right. Dr. Shivja.
He found a female that's going to keep quiet.
Right.
And he probably got a burner phone somewhere. Oh,
You know something?
No, I don't know him.
Oh, I thought you knew something was going on somewhere.
No, I don't know him.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
No, I don't know him.
Do you want to?
No. Fuck no.
Not even eat.
You're not picking up what I'm putting down, but no, I don't do hot dogs like that. He's not picking up what I'm putting down. I said I don't know him.
I know. I heard you.
Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
I heard you.
You heard me, but are you picking it up?
Yeah, you don't know him. So.
But.
Yeah. But what?
So you didn't pick it up.
I ain't picking it up.
I know you didn't. I got gas.
I do too. But I don't want to fart because I don't know what's going to come out.
What? Are you that sick?
I don't know what's going to go on.
This is an interesting video.
Freshener?
Yeah, where is it? It's going to
It should be in the bathroom.
I know it's right here.
Yeah.
Who's in this room? Don't come out. Chase in there?
Yeah, they probably sleep though. Yeah, keep that going. Ooh, look at you.
Ooh, that smells good.
I know.
This not the normal one you be spraying, is it?
Yeah.
Maybe because you be spraying it. You gotta lightly spray it. Go ahead.
Well, who else you know that know him?
Nobody.
You sure?
Chase is wide awake. Go ahead, keep talking. I don't know nobody that knows Dennis. I'm playing.
So, okay, where was that? Oh, I said the cats and all of that shit. Now listen, I'm fine with Nene wanting to talk to Kenya and Kenya not wanting to, but I'm just mad at how Cynthia tried to make that go down.
Right.
And that wasn't cool. I think she should have asked
Kenya
Kenya before all of that went down.
Right.
Because you made it so awkward. Well, I'm going to do the dishes. Y'all going to come help me. And then Nene and Kenya can talk. No.
Right.
Because that's why I made it so awkward. And then Kenya act like, okay, I'll talk to her. Then Nene was like, no, bitch, you done fucked up. So, they all made me mad. And what happened to the fight? Like, we seen the video of the fight, and they didn't give us none of that during this episode. So now they try to make us wait another week
Of course.
to watch this thing go down. I'm hoping they don't drag this out like Snake Ate. Just give it to us. Give us what we want. This is what we deserve.
You run in here like you pay some bills.
Yeah.
You run in here like you pay bills for it. What
Now,
bills
Chase,
you pay?
I told you I got a cold.
What bills you pay, Chase? Huh? Running in here like that.
Hey,
Come here. Come here.
you don't never talk to me. Put that fork back.
I hope he don't put it in his mouth because
Chase.
it's still thick.
Put that fork back.
Put it back.
Don't say stop.
Put it back.
Where you about to go? Who did you hear? Your mom?
That ain't done.
Your mom did you hear? Huh?
Yeah, he's silent. I ain't got time.
Hello? Your mom did you hear? You was getting your dad nerves?
Ice. You want ice? Like ice cream.
You want ice cream?
He sound like he's trying.
Oh, he not? Yeah. He's scared. Look
Chase,
at him. You're not going to the bathroom while you stop, are you?
Right.
No, it's like he was straining the poop.
Come here. You pooping?
You pooping?
I don't think so.
You better what? He was like, come here. Let me see if you poop. Go to let your dad see if you poop.
Come here.
What? Don't touch nothing over there because Kevin's sick. Come here. Ooh, Charlie, yes. Get out, yes.
Damn, Chase, I just fucking changed you. Come on, I'm gonna let you come back in.
Bye bye. Smell him, Charlie. Look how see him.
Everything.
Every fucking thing.
Close that door.
Yeah. Oh my God. They got a whiff of that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm hoping next week we see more of what will go down. Because the video is already floating on the internet. Bravo, stop playing. So, alright. So we know we're down to 2 presidential Democratic nominees. Bernie Sanders or Joseph R. Biden. So I think it's official that, we both like Joe Biden over Bernie Sanders. Now, here's the thing. I don't have nothing against Bernie Sanders. He's just not my guy. But one thing I don't do that I see a lot of people do is, this guy voted for this bill back in the day. He did this and he did that. I wouldn't even want y'all to go with that. And see, you not for free college and all. Listen.
Neither is Bernie Sanders because he couldn't get it done.
How are we going to get free college and all of that stuff?
My mother and father always told me years ago, there's nothing in this world
Nothing free. Right.
Nothing free. If he couldn't get it done in Vermont with the state legislation, how was he going to do it nationally, especially with these Republicans?
Right.
It just doesn't make sense. And can I just say something really quick? I felt myself going back and forth with people yesterday on Facebook about Bernie Sanders. I was mad at me too. Because some girl got me together. She threw shade at me too at the end of her comment, but she got me together before she threw the shade, and that, that over-trumped the shade.
Right.
And she basically said, this is the problem with the Democratic Party. We go tit for tat. Whereas though the Republicans, they support their candidate. They don't go tit for tat. The ones that don't like Trump, you don't hear shit from them. What they're going to do is secretly vote him out if it's Biden. If it's Bernie Sanders, they're going to vote for Trump again. Because they're not here for all that free. Nothing in this world is free. It's not that people don't like Bernie Sanders. What I don't particularly care about with Bernie Sanders is I feel as though Bernie Sanders and his supporters are sore losers. What he did and what they did to Hillary Clinton back in 2016 when it came down to her becoming a nominee and him waiting as long as he did to support her, and then when it was time to go vote, his supporters didn't go out there because they said, oh, well, if it's not him, we're not voting at all. I don't like that. I think that that's just being a sore loser. And I feel like a Bernie Sanders supporter hit me up yesterday, and she said, I'm a realist. I love Bernie Sanders. I love his policies. I don't like Joe Biden because of his past. She said, but I'm a realist, and I already know that Bernie's not going to become the nominee. He's just not. But I support what he stands for. And I said, okay, well, whatever the case may be. But I wish it was more realists out there, because we all know that with the way this country is right now, you have a lot of people, including Republicans and independents, who want Trump out. They want him out. Not all Republicans are backing Trump. He has a large support from them, but not all of them like him, because a lot of them are like, I'm a Republican, but I don't think like Donald Trump. I don't act like Donald Trump. And so I feel like he's putting a bad stain on my party. So yes, if there's a Democrat that's a moderate, I will vote for that Democrat. No, ain't no Republican or independent that's tired of Trump going to vote for Bernie Sanders. No. They're not. They're not going to vote for him. He's way too left.
Yeah, and you got a lot of races going, not races like, I don't like black people, but it's a lot of races coming up. And, in November, we're going to need someone like Joe Biden on that ticket. But, no matter what, if it's Biden, if it's Sanders, I keep reminding you guys that the Supreme Court is also on the line. Because we have a Democratic judge. Her name is Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And it's not looking...
Liberal.
Yeah, well, liberal. Yeah, I shouldn't say Democrat. I shouldn't say Democrat. Yeah, a liberal judge, and I don't know how long she's got. And every couple of months we hear these scares. Oh, she got this cancer thing. She's holding on literally by a thread.
She's like 86, something like that.
Yes,
she's old.
And we got Senate races. We have the House, because that's every 2 years. So we need everybody on the same page. And we can't have this, I'm not voting for this person, I'm not voting for that person. It's always good to get behind somebody. And, you got Kamala Harris coming out in support of Biden. Today, Cory Booker. Jesse Jackson is in support of Bernie Sanders. It's just been a lot of endorsements. Yeah, I mean, nobody listens to Jesse Jackson. I heard Illinois don't even care for Jesse Jackson. No. So you want to...
Over the years, it's just like... he's a respected legend, but I'm not getting my advice from him.
Oh my God! Remember he had that scandal a couple years, like 20 years ago, with that little girl with that baby.
Scandal.
That was some big news. You threw Trump. Clinton had his story. Yeah. Jesse Jackson had a whole baby and was secretly paying somebody.
Yeah. I'm not taking my advice from him.
Nothing.
And it has nothing to do with
know.
the race. It has nothing to do with Joe Biden or Bernie Sanders. I wasn't taking my advice from him before Joe Biden.
Right.
Or Bernie Sanders. I wasn't taking my advice from him.
And you know who else who I don't think doesn't matter either? Al Sharpton.
No.
I don't care who he supports. It doesn't matter. Listen,
No.
if your name ain't Jim Clyburn, I don't think it matters because
I'm not.
everybody that came out and supported who they went, James Clyburn.
But see, this is the thing. A lot of people, and you know, and I keep saying this to and listen, I'm so, can I just say this, and I'm going to be very honest. Even though I'm not supporting Bernie Sanders, I love the enthusiasm that
I like his base.
Yeah, his base.
I don't like when Bernie speaks because he sounds so angry.
And he's always looks angry too.
Yeah.
But besides Bernie, I like the fact that for those of you out there that are supporting Bernie, I like the fact that he's gotten Bernie's supporters revved up. I love it. I love to see young people involved. This is what I've been talking about since like 2000. Yeah, but they're not. But y'all didn't go to the not. I'm not talking to you, those of you that did vote last Super Tuesday. I'm talking for those of you that didn't vote. And the reason why y'all didn't vote because y'all thought the week before because Sanders was up in the polls and Biden was nowhere to be found. So I think a lot of y'all felt like, oh, well, we don't need to go. But you do. It doesn't matter if the person you're supporting is all the way up here or all the way down there. You need to go support them. Prime example, I love Beyonce. Beyonce's a billionaire, but I still go to her concerts. Why? Because I support her. Same with you and Janet Jackson. You don't give a fuck how much money Janet Jackson has. You don't give a fuck how many times she sings the same songs. You're going to go support her. That's the same thing with Bernie Sanders. It doesn't matter how high he is in the polls. Y'all still have to go out and support him. Y'all just going to his rallies and going to hear him speak. That doesn't equal votes. And it showed last Super Tuesday. And for people saying, oh, well, no, because the media, CNN and MSNBC are backing Joe Biden. But the week before Super Tuesday, Joe Biden was nowhere near being close to winning Super Tuesday. It was Bernie Sanders and Warren who were at the top. And Pete Buttigieg. But Joe Biden was coming in like fourth in the polls. So I'm not sure why people were saying that CNN and MSNBC helped him because the week before he was nowhere to be. Even I was questioning if I was going to support him. I was talking to Diggy and I said, Diggy, listen, if I had to choose between Warren and Sanders, I'm choosing Warren.
Really?
Yes, me and Diggy had this conversation.
Wow.
Because Joe Biden was nowhere. He was just nowhere to be found. And I'm like, Diggy, I'm going to go with Warren because I can't see myself supporting Bernie Sanders because he's giving out these pipe dreams with this
his base is crazy. That Sean King is crazy.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. He's another one like Jesse Jackson.
Rachel Maddow had to get him together.
Yeah, I
she said, what? I did not report that.
Yeah, and I noticed something in the beginning a few years ago. Sean King used to be that guy that you'd be like, oh wow, but now he's getting real sloppy with his work because now recently he's reporting stuff that's not factual, and you'd be like, wait, you don't have all your ducks in a row, and you're just throwing that out there.
You know what I want?
And the fact that Rachel Maddow had to call you out on TV.
No, on Twitter.
Oh, on Twitter.
Yeah. But what I want her to do is I want her to do a story all on Sean King. Since he tried to say, you know, Rachel Maddow said that the establishment and everything is trying to get Bloomberg to get out the race. That wasn't what she said, and she wasn't even the one that reported it. See? But my thing is, I want her to do a story about Sean King, and I want her to do about all the people who did their stories, and I want them to contribute so she could get his ass the fuck out of here.
Because I just feel like, again, like I said, in the early Twitter days, I was just like, oh wow, this guy he's doing his thing. But then it was like he started to get a little sloppy to where so people started calling him out on some of the stuff, and it was like, wait,
and they had
how you not catching this information that you're putting out there? But anyway, I love the support that Bernie said, but I just feel like his supporters are not going out there and doing what they're supposed to do. And this is the problem that I have. This is what I was really getting at was, they keep saying that the establishment is supporting Joe Biden. And the establishment, I'll give this to you.
Most Democrats are.
They are. But the same establishment that these people are critiquing is the same establishment that if Bernie becomes a nominee, they're going to want and need their support for him to win in November. Right. The very same establishment y'all going to want to come and support y'all. So it's like, why don't you, again, like that young lady told me last night, Why don't we stop playing tit for tat with each other and start supporting the Democratic base so therefore we can get, the goal is to get Donald Trump out. Not to tear each other apart. But that's what we're doing. We're tearing each other apart. They're bringing up stuff about Anita Hill. And then somebody posted something about from 1988. Oh, Joe Biden was accused of plagiarism. And it's like, oh my God.
So what? Who else? Bitch, Donald Trump's wife was accused of plagiarism. She stole Michelle Obama's speech.
Oh my God.
Used the same words.
I'm like, are we really going, like, are we doing this?
Yeah, but that's why he dropped out that race in 1988.
Yeah, but I'm just like, are we doing this? Kevin?
Yes, they are.
And this is why, in the beginning, I was like, no, Hillary, don't say that. But now I agree with her. This is why she said a few weeks ago that people in Congress don't like Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, she said
he's a mean guy. And it shows with his supporters. And for Bernie Sanders to try to sit and act like he don't see how nasty and mean his supporters is, he's delusional.
Yeah, I'll be wanting Hillary to shut up sometimes.
Yeah,
but she be on point.
But she knows what she's talking about.
Mm-hmm. And that Tulsi Gabbard lady, she knew what she was talking about. Tulsi Gabbard was the hit dog that hollered when Hillary didn't even say her name.
Yep.
And now she's trying to get on the debate stage because she has 2 delegates. Mind you, Bernie got like 5 something and Joe got 6 something. And now let's think, I haven't seen the count. Because every time I turn on TV, it's Corona this, Corona that.
Right.
So
it's just, I want
to know what's going on tomorrow, Super Tuesday. You know,
tomorrow is Super Tuesday, right?
Tomorrow is Super Tuesday for 6 states, including the battleground state of Michigan. Bernie Sanders doing so bad in the South, he canceled his appearance in Mississippi. He said, "No, bitch, I'm going to. Everybody's going to meet him in Michigan."
Like I'm trying to I know that Bernie supporters know this, but they just don't want to hear it. Joe Biden, when it comes to, you may not like his policies, but when it comes to getting Donald Trump out of the office, he's better at getting him out because we need not just the Democratic support, but we need those Republicans and those independents who don't like Trump. We need them to come with us and vote Trump out. They're not going to support Bernie Sanders. Everyone knows it. The people in Congress know it. That's why they're supporting Joe Biden.
Yeah, and
they know it.
And the black vote is very crucial.
Donald Trump knows it too. That's why he keeps posting about him wanting Bernie Sanders to become the nominee. Mm-hmm. Because he knows that the Republicans and the independents out there who don't like him, he knows that they're never going to vote for him.
Right. And Russia's trying to help Bernie Sanders too.
He knows this. Everybody knows it except for the Bernie bros.
Right. You know,
it's like
they're not voting for him, and then Bernie couldn't explain why they're not voting.
Right, and then he couldn't even explain why. I'm not going to, and I'm not talking about y'all who went out and voted last Super Tuesday. I'm talking about those of you who did not.
New people voting.
Right.
And Rachel Maddow thought, but where is it?
Let me tell you something. When I saw on CNN the last Super Tuesday when Joe Biden had already won like 7 states and Bernie had only won 3, I'm like, wait a minute.
Right?
Where are all these Bernie young supporters at?
Couldn't believe
How is Bernie Sanders at 3 states and Joe Biden's at 7 states? And Joe Biden just last week was on the 4th. He was getting his ass whooped in the polls by 3 candidates, one being a gay man that nobody had ever heard of. How? Kevin, not only have we never heard of Pete Buttigieg, we couldn't even pronounce his name for half of 2019.
Right.
So how is it that he was at number 4 and then all of a sudden he's beating Bernie? Mm-hmm. Bernie was at number 1. But the media's helping Joe Biden. That's what they
Yeah, but you know, I need Joe Biden to work on his enthusiasm.
He does. He needs to.
And his speech. is something. I don't think it's a mental thing.
No, he's just.
I think he's excited, but child.
First of all, he knows what he's talking about. That's one. He knows what he's talking about. It's just that, like you said, I think he gets too excited and then he starts fumbling and then and it's like, no, Joe, slow down. And say what you have to say. He keeps saying it's a stutter, but I ain't never heard nobody.
Yeah, he's not stuttering.
You're not stuttering. You're just not.
Well, he talk backwards. Yeah. He say, "Oh, Biden." Like, wait a minute now.
Yeah.
You know, it could be dyslexia. You know, I don't know, but
I don't think he's.
I just.
Excuse me. I mean, he's 77. So I try to put that into play. He is 77.
Right.
Now, to me, age really doesn't matter to me. I'm going to tell you why. Because you got some people in Congress who are in their 80s, some was even in their 90s. I feel like if you can get the job done, I don't give a fuck how old you are, just get it done. Just like I said, I always say this. I don't give a fuck how old you are. If you can drive and if you have your eyesight is good, go ahead and drive. Because I'm a driver, and one day, God willing, I might be 80, 90 years old. I don't want to be sitting around waiting for nobody to come pick me up. You understand what I'm saying? So if you can do it, then do it.
That 80 and 90? The church.
Well, church and wherever else. Wherever the fuck else I need to go to. Wherever else I can find a 20-something-year-old at 80.
You want to give them your whole checkup?
Listen.
Well, especially with the 401k, I don't know how much y'all going to get.
Child, I'm not looking at my 401k. I got that alert today that said about the stock market. I said,
you know
no,
what? This
I'm
is
not looking at my
best,
401k.
This is probably the best time to buy stocks and stuff because everything is so low now. It's going to get back up.
It is going to get back up, but I didn't want to look at it now because it was already dipping and down. I'm like, wait a minute.
Bitch, them points dropped. I couldn't believe it.
Yes,
I went to Twitter said market crash, Trump demic. I'm like, oh my God, they're just going in, you know. But this is a crazy time right now. But I hope that I do hope that everyone goes out and they vote. You know, vote your voice. Vote who you think is the best. I don't care if you vote for Bernie. I don't care if you vote for Biden. I think that when it comes to when it's supposed to have this convention, we ought to be on one accord.
Right.
Just like how the Republicans don't give a fuck about what Donald Trump said,
right,
and they still go with him. That's how we need to be. But you know, that's just how we need to be. It's no ifs, ands, or buts. None of that. We need to be on one page. Our main goal is to defeat Donald Trump November 3rd, 2020. That's the main goal, to beat Trump, and we can do it if we all stay on one page.
That's right.
But if we go to the voting polls and voting for Oprah Winfrey and cows and chickens and like y'all did in Michigan, come on, we can't be doing that, man. We can't be doing that. Can't.
Right.
So that's all I wanted us to talk about today. It is really 7 o'clock.
And it's warm.
Yes, it's 70 degrees today. I couldn't, you know, it's nice. It's springtime. I'm getting excited.
We have not had any snow. And I looked at the forecast and there's no snow.
No snow.
It's no
you
snow.
know how a snowstorm normally sneak in and march somewhere?
No inside.
Nope. Good.
We have not had a drop of snow here in Philadelphia. I think one day this winter, but it was light snow.
Right.
And that was
nothing that stuck
not
to the ground.
a drop
not more than an
of
inch.
snow. The only bad weather we've had was like in the 20s where it was really cold and rain.
Yeah, I don't even think it hit below 10 degrees this winter.
No snow. And you know, people like it, but the global warming is real. This is global warming. Because this should not be like this. First of all, 10, 15 years ago in March, it would have been freezing and we'd had snow.
Yeah, but I just, you know, I don't mind, because to me it's March now. I just want the spring weather. I want it to be nice. And, you know.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's beautiful, but we can't deny the fact that this is not right.
Now
it's not right for it to be 70 degrees at the beginning of March in Philadelphia.
But it's, you know, I think that is normal. I think that it's weird that it's too cold in March. Like March be cold and April be cold. I don't remember. But we've wearing coats like in April or like that. Like,
well, it ain't even April yet, Kevin.
I know, but I'm saying it's going to be cold. It's still going to be, even though it's spring, it still be cold outside. And as a child and stuff, I don't remember April being so cold. Like I just feel like
April has its cold days. I look at it like this: when the Titanic sank in 1912, it was in April, and it hit an iceberg, and it was ice chunks everywhere, and it was in the Atlantic Ocean. So yes, it is cold in April. It may not be as cold as it is in January, but then it is cold in April, and it was the beginning of April when the Titanic sank too. April 12th, I think, or April 15th, 1912, when it sank. You know, I know. But I'm just saying, April, it is cold, but it's not as cold. But I'm just saying, 70 degrees, March 9th.
We've had it before.
Yeah, but I don't think that's normal, because think about it. And you just said it. We know that there have been days where we would get like pop-up snow in March. It'd be cold, but we get like snow, like snowstorm snow in March.
Yeah.
There's no snow at all in the forecast.
Right.
And it's actually been like this all winter. We've had cold days, but we've had nice days too.
Yeah, we have nice days and then it gets real cold at nighttime.
Because I have not, to be honest with you, I have not bought a winter coat. all winter. The only coats that I have are the nice dress coats that I wear, like if I go to church. But a winter coat, like going out, I don't have a winter. I didn't buy one this winter because it was like,
For what?
for what? It's not cold.
Mm-hmm. And you drive, so you wouldn't really need like a big coat.
Well, to get to my car.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's always nice to have something. But just like, it was like, I just felt like it defeated the purpose. Like, I'm almost certain that when you went out this winter, you didn't really have to put on a big jacket or a hat.
No, I never wear a big coat. I normally wear like a hoodie and my little light jacket because I sweat really bad. That's why I wear heavy coats.
Yes, you do.
And plus, I just get my Uber and I go. I ain't got time.
Why is she calling me? I just talked to my aunt and said, I'll talk to you on Friday. Well, this is Monday. She called me.
Well, we're going to go, you guys. We will see you guys hopefully with a new video this week. And definitely we'll be back with the podcast. Please make sure that you listen to the Scriptman Show podcast. Download us on Spotify and on iTunes and Google Play. And you can listen via the internet. The link is inside the more info box. When I say via the internet, I meant via the web, on your web browser.
And if you live in any state that is participating in Super Tuesday tomorrow, go vote. I don't care if you're voting for Bernie Sanders or Joe Biden. Go vote and support the candidate that you support. Right. Not that I support or Kevin support, but that you support. Go vote.
Yeah.
Don't just talk about it. Go vote. I don't want nobody to leave no comments in the comment section of this video talking about, oh, how this and Bernie Sanders is the best, but then don't go vote.
Yeah.
Go vote. Because it doesn't make sense to talk about how good he is, but then you're not going to go vote.
Right.
Go vote.
Give what's his name?
Sanders.
Give Sanders a reason to know that y'all are voting for him. Because
That's right.
when Rachel Maddow asked him, you said that you were going to have the most turnout for young people, blah, 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 blah. Where are they?
Right.
He didn't have an answer.
Of course.
You don't have the black vote. No, but I want you to specifically talk about the black vote.
Right.
He couldn't come up with an answer.
Right.
So, yeah, don't let him look stupid. And Joe Biden, if your team is preventing you from going to Rachel Maddow, stop it. Go to her show and sit down and talk with her. She has the most liberal viewers every night of the week. Why aren't you on her platform yet? Stop running from her. Go on her show. And your team, you need to practice. Because you know what I watched last night? Game Change. Do you remember that movie when it was basically talking about the what's his name, John McCain and Sarah Palin, and how much of a dummy she was, and them, and they. I've just realized that the Nicole that they're talking about Nicole Wallace, that was on the field. She was getting in. She was getting Sarah Palin out of here, but it's just like, if y'all gotta prep Joe, prep him, but don't prep him too much. Rachel Maddow is not going to go in for the kill, but she's going to be a journalist at the same time. And if Joe not ready, then Joe can't be president. He need to sit down and talk to her. If he can go on Anderson Cooper, he can go on Rachel Maddow. Point blank, period. That's all I'm going to say. And we're going to go. Y'all enjoy your night, and we will see y'all later this week.
Bye.
Peace. Hopefully my cold is gone.